You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Sunny 93.3. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris.
Probably the biggest day of the year, bigger than Christmas, bigger than my birthday, which is August 17th. Thoughts and prayers my way. And cash would be good.
Oh, nice.
This happens to be national. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ford Mustang Day.
Oh, yeah.
Ford Mustang Day.
Hey, this would be a good day for us to put Taylor's car up for sale.
It would. Our daughter has a Mustang that we're going to.
The little blueberry.
I don't think we're ready to sell it yet. But
I think we are.
It is the only, to label it muscle car, American muscle car, that has never, ever been out of production.
Oh, yeah.
They've been rolling them out of Ford plants since 1964 and never looked back.
Yeah, they were been...
No, John, you're wrong. Just say you're wrong and move on, John.
I believe they came out before 64.
63, 64. 64 was the big launch where they sold, over almost half a million of them.
Was a 63 and a half, which I thought was interesting.
Okay, that's great, John. Just getting my face on this. Yeah, wow, man.
I'm not trying to fact check you on the Mustang stuff.
Well, gee, Dan, it seems to me.
I'm getting deadly stares from Dan right now.
Now, at the time,
daggers.
the big sporty model that Ford had was, of course, the Thunderbird. They didn't want to replace that, and they kind of started marketing it as what you would call kind of a little housewife car, grocery getter, because it was smaller, easier to park, and that's what life used to be like here in the U.S. of A. And then somebody went, hey, I'm going to goose this motor a little bit and see what we got. And
make it a boss.
There you go. And again, huge thank you to Jeremy and Amy Anderson over at Anderson's Collision Center. They reshot my hood, did a little work on the front end for this season, and my particular shiny Mustang looks really nice.
Yours does, yes.
Looks
and
really nice.
We've got a lot of Mustangs in this area. I see them all over the place, and I think
there's
that's a
clubs
good thing.
everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Heck, James Bond drove one in Goldfinger.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Was it a gold Mustang?
And then probably one of the most iconic Mustangs, of course, would have been what Steve McQueen drove in the movie Bullet.
I watched a movie, or not a movie,
Mustang.
but a TV show where they found that car.
Yes, it's
that
true story.
That actual car. It was
That's
in a barn, and they did all this work to it. And
I remember hearing that. That was very
pretty cool.
Oh, just nasty. And then recently, as far as movies go, Keanu Reeves is John Wick. Drove one in the original beautiful car. So nice. There you go. I'm a big Mustang freak. So if you're out
Mustang
looking
Day.
Just get a Mustang because they're perfect for South Dakota winter.
Well, they are. As long as you park them all winter. They're perfect. Right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. We got Manly Man tips coming your way.
Is your credit card a good fit for you? How did you even get the card you have now? Was it mailed to you? Those are usually the worst cards. They typically have higher fees and rates. Someone has to pay all that postage to mail out millions of cards every day. If you like a better credit card, check out the website bettercreditcards.net. This is a great place to find the cards that are usually a better fit for you. Bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Sunny 93.3. Time now for Manly Man doing manly things in a manly fashion.
Manly man are we. I can totally see you two doing this.
Oh, what's that?
Out on a lake, maybe Koval, where, by the way, those ducks are freed. Take as many as you want.
Yes.
John, Heidi in a canoe, John with a little ukulele.
Oh, yeah.
You could see us doing
pet. I'm lying.
I could see you doing this.
But how to paddle a canoe. Have you ever paddled a canoe,
yes.
John?
Yeah.
It's a little tougher than you think, especially when there's two of you involved.
Oh, yeah. There's two involved. That's a bad idea.
Easy to tip, easy to bung up, but it's once you get it going, man, know how to captain a canoe.
Yeah.
It's pretty mellow. It's pretty sweet. You hug that shoreline.
And it's different than like a regular boat, and it's different than a kayak.
Very much so.
And it's way different than a stand-up paddleboard. Have you ever done one of those?
I refuse because there's things in the water that want to eat you.
We were in Wisconsin last August, and the place that we were staying, the place that we stayed for one evening and snuck out the next morning.
We did.
Ducked out on the bill.
No, it
was ducked out on the place. It was
like, okay, time to go.
Kind of nasty.
But it wasn't nasty. It was just cozy. That's the way to put it. Way too small for us. But they had a stand-up paddleboard. And our daughter had a friend with, senior now in high school. And she was out there making this look easy. She's going, and Apparently she has core strength in her abdomen. And I get on this thing, and first of all, it was going underwater, which I don't think that's a good feature to start with. When you overweigh the weight limit for the paddleboard. And then I tried to paddle, and I couldn't do it. I get like one paddle away, and I kept falling in. So
all that stuff, muscle coordination, it's practice. It's like anything else. It's practice.
Well, I'm going to practice on a canoe, and then I'll work my way up to that.
So you go. Launch a canoe, Cova Lake, pick up some free ducks, man. It's a win-win all the way around.
If you do end up getting some of those free ducks, snap a photo and tag us on Facebook. Say, Dan, look what I got.
Free ducks.
And by the way, use hashtag free ducks. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour on Sunny 93.3.
Do you have a pretty good sense of humor? You might like this. Early in the morning each day and every day, we share something weird to make people laugh at WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. You don't need to sign up for anything. You don't even need to spend a penny. Just follow the page on Facebook and get a smile to start each day when we share the weird gift of the day. Not on Facebook? That's okay. You can see the weird gifts on our website too. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Sunny 93.3. Time now for Water Cooler Talk. Brought to you by Aqua One.
Is this a coincidence? I mean, it was just a while back we were talking about, well, one of us was talking about making it awkward for the rest of us in this studio. Yeah. That it had been observed that every time there is a prostitution bust in this town, those working ladies are from other
states,
cities and states.
Right. Imports, yes.
We have no local talent, apparently, in that particular industry. So we discussed that a little bit.
Yeah, like a week ago.
And we're concerned like any other citizen. Well, now, headlines, Argus Leader, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, the paper I stole from some other office down the hall, to be named later.
True.
Mayor Paul Tenhaken wants police force to crack down on prostitution.
Yes.
Crack down. We're not taking it anymore. Sioux Falls authorities have made at least 7 arrests this year. And I believe all 7 of them, those were out-of-state individuals, except for the Johns, as we say on the street.
They were local Johns.
Local fellas.
Yeah, pretty much. And Mayor Paul Tenhaken wants to see even more enforcement. He announced last week that he intends to put a renewed focus on prostitutes, pimps, and their customers. He's going to beef up that particular unit a little bit by a couple of officers. And this is what's been going on. A sting conducted in February resulted in 2 arrests. And I know for a fact those were out of state.
Right.
Yeah.
People taking money from the local economy.
Yes.
Sending money back.
Sending it back.
It's just
wherever they're from.
Not paying taxes on it.
Yeah.
Got no sales license or permits or nothing. That's why Paul's cranked, because filling potholes ain't free.
Yeah. Got to get a peddler's permit for that.
Anyway, there were 2 arrests in February of men charged with soliciting prostitution, but the online ad posted by this little police squad had responses from more than 100 people.
Are you kidding me?
So it's all about your advertising and marketing. So call me or John at 929-1980 for your radio advertising.
That's not the
needs.
number, thank God.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. And according to Mayor Paul Tenhaken, quote, we need the Johns and Sellers to see Sioux Falls is not screwing around with this. And
that's awesome. That's the quote.
Exactly what he said.
I saw that too. I was like, oh, what a quote.
Perfect.
We should
Perfect wording.
Yeah, that was.
Did
you really think that was our phone number, or were you just kidding?
What's our phone number?
It's 933-1980.
Oh, excuse me.
All this time, nobody's calling Dan back. Now we know why.
Dang it. So again, I can't stress enough. There were 2 busts when they were just kind of hanging around eyeballing some folks. Yeah. And then when they actually did a little online campaign,
marketing.
Over 100 people.
Yeah.
Advertising marketing.
Absolutely.
Sunny Radio, 933-1980.
Just like the radio is 93.3.
Wow.
It's really simple that way.
Keep in mind. So there you go, man. The city's getting tough, and I'm behind it 100%.
That's a good thing. Coming up in just a moment, we're going to be visiting with John from Maverick Recruiting. We'll be chatting with him about some awesome jobs available in the area. That is on the way. Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3.
Do you have experience working in the field? A real field? Maverick Recruiting has an amazing opportunity for the right person. You'll be running a late model 4940 John Deere sprayer this spring and summer. You'll have the chance to drive a truck in the off-season, earn between $60,000 to $70,000 a year, receive a sign-on bonus, and get paid to relocate to this growing community just outside the Sioux Empire. This exciting opportunity comes with a large benefit package with great insurance, IRA with a great company match, paid holidays, and more. Connect with Maverick Recruiting today for this great opportunity at MaverickRecruiting.com. That's MaverickRecruiting.com.
Sunny 93.3, thank you so much for listening on a Wednesday. We've got John Schurz with Maverick Recruiting joining us. How are you, sir?
Hey, good morning, John.
Well, we're excited to chat with you. You've got some really cool job opportunities out there, and then we're also going to talk to business owners here in a bit about how they can get you working for them to kind of recruit people. But let's talk about some of the opportunities that are available right now.
Okay, yeah. We're looking again, I think I mentioned this last week, a lot of restaurant positions.
Oh, yeah.
Front end, back end managers, servers, a specific restaurant in town, kind of a high-end Italian restaurant.
Nice.
That's been asking me for some good people.
Now, are they looking for entry level, like somebody that's getting ready to, have a summer off here pretty soon, and young people, or are they looking for someone that's going to be there when school starts up again too?
Well, all the positions I work on are year-round, but for a position like this, they'd take someone with the right skills and personality,
nice.
For sure. Right.
Very nice.
Car mechanics, we mentioned this again in the past. From green to ASE certified, if you're on your way to work thinking about what else is out there, give me a call, 360-6504.
Yeah, and that's an opportunity that, if you've been at the same place for a long time and you haven't really looked to see what's out there, that's awesome because it's great that you like what you're doing. But, boy, if you could do what you're doing for somebody else and make a little more money, that'd be okay, too.
Yep, yeah. And people that work, they've got their nose to the grindstone. They're not thinking about what else is out there.
Yeah.
But there is a lot going on right now. There's a shortage. Companies who need good, skilled workers, you need to reach out to me as well. We filled a few just in the last week, project managers for construction companies, outreach people as salesmen. There is so much going on. You would be remiss if you didn't give me a call.
So how do they reach out? If I'm listening right now and I'm going, boy, you kind of got my interest here and maybe looking to see what's out there, do I go to a website? Do I call you? What's the best way to reach out to Maverick Recruiting?
My website is MaverickRecruiting.com, but to tell you the truth, there is so many positions that we're filling and just a rotating door of openings. If you've got skills and you're thinking about making a change, the best way, call me, 360-6504. Again, like I said earlier, companies as well. Yeah. If you're having trouble finding skilled people.
And you're finding a lot of that in Sioux Falls, aren't you?
Yeah, they're here.
There's a lot more positions open right now than there are people to fill them. And when that happens, that's where it works really great to know somebody like John because he can help make that process a whole lot easier.
Exactly.
How do I get a hold of you again as a business looking to hire somebody?
The best way is call me, John Schurz, Maverick Recruiting, 360-6504.
Very, very nice. John, thanks for coming in again, sir.
All right, thanks.
And again, John is with Maverick Recruiting, the website maverickrecruiting.com. We also have a link on our Facebook page to all of his information, and you can find that at facebook.com/sunnyradio.
If drug and alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. It's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours. Call now to learn more at 1-800-290-0759. That's 1-800-290-0759. Or get more information at timeforrehab.com.
Sunny 93.3, time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Celebrities are fabulous. Okay, this is just the gift that keeps on giving. It keeps getting bigger and badder
Is it the
madder.
blues thing
It's
again?
the Varsity Blues scam.
Oh.
Now, Felicity Huffman came out well over a week ago and said, yes, I am guilty. I feel awful about this. I love my children. And it was very emotional. And she has great PR people, by the way, because I know she didn't write this little speech herself.
No, the thing is,
but she only barfed up $15,000.
Yeah, I say, because what she gave was basically like a cheap car.
Plus had no other priors. Now, let's step ahead to Aunt Becky here.
Priors.
Lori Laughlin, who I was a big
Massimo
fan of. Well, I have friends who are a fan of hers on the Hallmark Channel.
She coughed up like a whole home.
Well, it was like $500,000. Well, she just earlier this week, she and her husband entered a plea of not guilty. Not guilty, even though it seemed. But again, you know what? That's how our judicial system works.
Right.
That's how it works. But here's the skinny on this, and I've been listening to some very good legal minds. Because I'm surrounded by a fine team of barristers because I'm incredibly wealthy myself.
He wears a monocle in the studio.
I have 6 attorneys just to hang around in my library doing nothing. And I pay them well.
Do you want to talk about that here in the study?
But what they're saying is they are buying time because it looks almost a certainty they're going to jail.
Oh, no.
Lori and her husband, Marmissimo Cosmopolitan Johnson, whatever his name is.
I think his name is Wally. I don't know.
We call him Larry, and he's Irish. But yeah, this is a whole different set of laws and circumstances because it looks like there was laundering involved, too, which is a whole different charge. So Aunt Becky is going, let's lawyer up, get this thing to trial, draw this thing out. And so that should be interesting how that shakes out. So
I'm really sad that all that's happening. And again, whoever was on the other end that was asking for the cash to get the kids into school, I hope they get in trouble too, because that's...
Oh, they are. You just don't read about it because they don't have that spotlight, dude.
Yeah,
well, nobody cares.
I know.
I mean, nobody cares.
I do. I care.
I know you do, John.
Justice for Becky.
They're all getting in trouble. Trust me. They're not...
Well, meanwhile, the 2 daughters who are at USC, they're kind of put on a hold.
Yeah.
Some of these other schools already have booted these other kids out.
Yeah.
And when you consider, especially Olivia Jade, who is a social media influencer, much like myself, which is how I made a lot of my fortune over the years.
Influencing social media minds.
Exactly. But she didn't want to be at that school. She's a social media influencer. A lot of her stuff has to do with makeup and fashion and that kind of thing. We have started here at Sunny Radio a Facebook page, a GoFundMe page.
Did we really?
We are going to try to raise the funds to put her through a Stewart school.
Dude, there we go.
You know what? That's good.
We should reach out to Stewart's and let them know. I wonder if they would accept her at this point.
It's a great way to make a living, and it's schooling. It's not free, so we're trying to do the best we can.
$500,000 to bribe our way in there, but we could offer you a nice coupon for a steak.
A couple of coupons.
Think that'll help?
Here's your coupon.
Well, that's going to do it for our entertainment news of the day. Dan, thank you, sir.
My pleasure, John. My finger's on the pulse of everything Hollywood and beyond. It's what I do.
It is indeed. This is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with him. His name is Dan Farris, right here on Sunny 93.3.